We're in September now, the autumn's coming, but there's still a few things happening in the garden. You can see the CATMINT, it's still there, it's still flowering, but you can see it's starting to fade now. I think maybe another few weeks and then this will come to its end. In fact, if I had cut this back a couple of weeks ago, I might have actually got one more flush out of it, but it's still looking pretty decent. A late flowering CROCOSMIA, MCKENZIE. What I like about this is it stays compact, grows to about between 30 and 50 centimeters, so it doesn't get too floppy like the LEUCOTHOE, for example. Now the SALVIA just underneath, that was great, but for some reason it stopped flowering for a bit, but I can now see that it's coming back with some nice blue flowers that contrast with the CROCOSMIA. The FUCHSIA is still flowering. I think we've got another month. We might even have 2 months out of this before it comes to its end and we have to chop it back. Got another FUCHSIA there, but that one's only been planted this year, so it's not as big, but next year that'll be really good. These daylilies haven't really done much over the summer, but they've started flowering now. Welcome bonus, but I could have done with a few more flowers earlier on in the year. I'll keep them here though. They might be better next year, might flower for longer, but to be fair, I have moved them earlier on in the season, so maybe they weren't too happy after I dug them up and moved them around. I have this Californian lilac called CONCHA. Now, I bought this as a small plant and planted it in the wrong place, but it actually grows quite big, so I've dug it up and I've planted it here. During May it flowers and it can be quite a show. It's evergreen, so it'll keep its leaf all over the winter. This plant's really starting to fade now. It was great earlier in the year. It's the SALVIA viola close. There's still a few flowers on there, but this is well past its best. So this will be dying down for the winter, next couple of months. The growth on this cordyline is unbelievable. It's been in the ground about 3 years. And I'm sure when I bought it, it was between a foot and a half, but it's absolutely exploded. It's amazing how fast these grow, and they're really tough as well. You tend to find that everywhere in the gardens around where I live. I love this little shrub. It's a LEUCOTHOE SCARLETTA. Now, you wouldn't really notice this most of the year while all the flowering's going on around it, but come winter you really will notice it because it goes completely scarlet red. Not only in the winter, it also goes red whenever it puts out new leaves. Now this has been here a couple of years and it's starting to really settle in, starting to put some growth out, and it's a great shrub for a shady spot. This has been a great little shrub. It's an underrated type of shrub, a potentilla. This one's called KOBOLD. It's been flowering for months. These yellow flowers have been appearing constantly, and it looks as if it's going to give us a few more weeks yet before this starts dying back, but I'm really happy with it. I planted this one this year. I put this in the wrong place though. It's an ABELIA KALEIDOSCOPE. So what it's known for is the golden foliage that comes out in the spring, and then towards the autumn I think it goes like an orange colour. In fact, I think you can see some of the orange coloration on the leaves. Now I had this in the wrong place, so it didn't really flower, so it's flowering quite late, but I think this is going to be a great little shrub. The only problem with it is if we got a really harsh winter, we're going to lose a few of these leaves. I don't think it will die in a harsh winter, but it will definitely lose the leaves. So probably not one if you're used to like really heavy frosts every year and really low temperatures. Where I am now, most winters that should be fine. I've got 3 of these Trachycarpus palms in this border, and this one has been here a year older than the other 2. But look at the size of the leaves now, they're really starting to get big. I love them because they're really stiff. We get quite a bit of wind here, and if you've got a bog standard windmill palm, the leaves can be absolutely battered. Now this waggy variety is a lot stiffer, so it'll take more wind, and I think it's a fantastic plant. Doesn't matter what happens with regards to the weather, this will survive harsh frosts, rain, scorching temperatures. It's a fantastic plant, and I think this is going to take off now that it's really established. Like I said, I've got 2 others either side. These haven't been in as long. The one in the middle's got an extra year's worth of growth, but as these grow over the next few years, these are going to start looking great. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.